What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Airborne in the house, dropping you guys the latest and greatest cryptocurrency news and updates. Today is April 12th, 2023. Today's video, we'll be doing a crypto market overview. Talking about two big events today that could push the markets to the upside or the downside. If you guys think that's interesting, stick around and I'll tell you all about it. All right, guys, hopefully you're all having a great day today, a good morning, good afternoon, or a good night. I'm just hanging out here real early in the morning, about 1:19 a.m. my time. I got off work late, did a 12-hour shift, but I figured I'd put out a video for you guys this morning. Most likely, if you guys watch this when it premieres at about 8 a.m. Eastern Standard, right before the CPI inflation numbers come out at about 08:30 Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to try a little algorithm not update, but a upload at that time just to see how everything works out, because tended to upload a video yesterday a little bit late, didn't get that many views, but it is what it is. So just trying something a little bit different. So when you guys see this, you might see it in the morning or you might see it after all of the data comes out. But before we begin, if you guys don't mind smashing that thumbs up button, consider subscribing if you aren't subscribed, turn on the bell notifications so you get notified as soon as I upload a video. Easiest thing you guys can do to help support my channel. Truly, really do appreciate all the love and support. All right, so let's jump right into it. Market is kind of stagnant the last 24 hours. We are down about 0.10%. Bitcoin's just hovering around that $30,000 level, which is kind of being a nice support right now, down about 0.43% the last 24 hours. ETH's down about 2.68%, sitting at $1,870. We got BNB's down about 2.52%, and Cardano down about 2.07%, sitting at 39 cents. Can't break that 40-cent mark. I know that's been some tough resistance for Cardano lately. Top gainers last 24 hours, we got Aleph.im. Don't know what that is, down about 28%. Sitting at 8 cents. Maple down about 13%. Silo down about 13.34%, sitting at 0.0022. Losers last 24 hours, we got Jupiter down about 11.73%, Rocket Pool down about 11.2%, and Conflux down about 9.87%, sitting at 39 cents. Holidays for April 12th. Let me just double check that. April 12th, holidays. Looks like we got quite a bit. Some that are just kind of weird and random. Hamster Day. Did you guys ever have a hamster growing up? I know, like in our elementary school, we had hamsters and gerbils and stuff, but yeah, it's Hamster Day. International Day for Human Spaceflight. International Day of Pink. A whole bunch of other random weird things. National Big Wind Day. National for 12's Day. See some, not 12. We can't fit in that much fun ideas to celebrate 12. Okay. Gavin Day. National Licorice Day. Ugh. Absolutely hate black licorice. I like the red licorice, though. A bunch of other just random days, but yeah, you guys have it for your April 12 holidays today. Crypto bubbles, last 24 hours looks like more of a sea of red than a sea of green. Past hour, even though it is about 1:22 a.m. Eastern Standard, looks like market's doing pretty good. Take a look at my favorites the last day. Sea of red, except for ICP, up about 1.4% this past hour. Everything's looking green. It's good to see. Fear and Greed Index, so we did drop a couple points from the previous day. We are at a 65 greed, whereas yesterday we were at a 68. All right, total crypto market cap. We're currently looking at about 1.86 trillion. Looks like, at least on the 4-hour time frame, the last 8 to 12 hours or so, we have been in a downfall. But again, we have been kind of traveling in this channel bouncing up and down on this resistance and support line. We are far away from the Ichimoku cloud, so again, wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a little bit downtrend here for the total crypto market cap, at least on the 4-hour time frame. Jumping into the DXY, we are looking at about 102.046. I did kind of make a symmetrical triangle here. Doesn't look that perfect, but that's usually kind of a bullish pattern that we have. And I don't know. It kind of looks like we are going through this thick Ichimoku cloud, could break through this pattern and continue to see a downtrend. If you guys don't know or follow me, the US dollar currency index, whenever this dumps, that's usually when the crypto and traditional markets are pumping, and vice versa. So at least on the 4-hour time frame, looks like we have some neutral RSI right now. Not overbought, not oversold. Are looking at the MACD right now is into some negative momentum on the histogram, at least on the 4-hour time frame. Take a quick look at the daily. Looks like we're going to start getting into some positive momentum. These two moving averages are about to collide. So, again, that'll make the DXY kind of pump because it is far away from this Ichimoku cloud. That symmetrical triangle could play out, and we could see crypto in traditional markets at least go down for a while. However, not TA is always 100%. You just kind of take it with a grain of salt. With all the other different things going on in the world, macroeconomics, geopolitical. Hence, we got CPI inflation numbers coming out. Depending if it's good or bad, we could see a pump or a dump, but we'll just see how the market reacts this morning. All right, Bitcoin dominance right now. Currently looking at about a 48.95. We did actually just break out for Bitcoin dominance since around the 10 May 2021. So it's been almost about 2 years, and looks like we did kind of wick way up to about 48, almost about 49% Bitcoin dominance. So what exactly does this mean? So I did find a good visual put out by Dr. Profit, and I'm just not going to go through the whole thing here, but you guys can pause it and read it here. But in summary, when Bitcoin dominance is pumping, for Bitcoin, that's when Bitcoin pumps and altcoins are going to dump. So when the Bitcoin dominance is pumping, but the Bitcoin price is dumping, that's when you're going to see a massacre for the altcoins. And last but not least, when Bitcoin dominance does dump, as you can see right here, that's when Bitcoin price pumps. Well, it could pump, but so Bitcoin dominance dumps, Bitcoin price pumps, then you're going to have an alt season. But again, you guys can pause it. There's lots of different scenarios here for when you take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance can decrease. If everything's stable tomorrow, you'll see an increase in the altcoins. So just keep an eye on this. I really thought this was a good visual. I'm a visual person, so pause it and take a look at the different scenarios since we did break out. If we continue to pump and Bitcoin price goes up tomorrow, alts are most likely going to dump tomorrow. But let's see, if we Bitcoin dominance still pumps, but we dump for Bitcoin price, we're going to see the massacre. Again, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Just pause it and put this in your back pocket for tomorrow and whenever else you guys want to look at it. All right, taking a look at the Bitcoin price right now. Looks like we are just under 30,000 right now. So 30,000 is definitely going to be a crucial support and resistance right now for Bitcoin until we make the next big measure move. Again, at this, you guys can see right here between that 28,000 and the 32,000, there is a lot of support and resistance. So we could see some up and down between those two levels. However, let's throw a fib retracement here from the all-time high back in November 2021 to our all-time low. Just kind of give an idea of maybe what we could possibly see. If we do see kind of a massive pump tomorrow and inflation data is way below expected, I wouldn't be too surprised if we made a massive pump to the 0.382 or about the 35,759 level. If things get extremely bullish, and I mean, I've seen Bitcoin make crazy moves in a day, we could see it hit the 0.5 level of the fib line here at maybe a 42,000 before maybe probably retracing, but that's a lot of hopium. But just dropping this fib retracement and from the all-time high to the all-time low here, maybe if it does pump tomorrow, we could see a pump to about 35,000 before kind of retracing, maybe going sideways, and then maybe another pump to that 42,000 mark. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for the Bitcoin price over maybe tomorrow or moving forward. All right, stock markets. So it looks like stock futures are flat ahead of the key March inflation data, even though it is expected that the inflation data is to be a lot better than expected. I think it's going to be about 5.2% is what people are saying to be expected. A lot of people think we're going to be going a lot lower, but I'll talk about that here in a second. So again, a lot of key economic data this week. This morning, today is a huge day. We got the CPI inflation data coming out around 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the Fed FOMC minutes meeting also going on at about 2 p.m. Eastern, with Powell's speech going on at 2:30 p.m. Can see a lot of market volatility going on with what he says there. Also probably talking about inflation numbers. So early tomorrow morning all the way up until about 3 p.m. Eastern, this guy right here could be moving the entire crypto and traditional markets and even world markets. Absolutely insane. Also, Thursday, we got PPI inflation jobless claims, and Friday, we got retail sales and consumer sentiment going on. So going along with the CPI data, like I said, the expected number is 5.2%. You can look at the chart right here. We have obviously gone down since July of last year from that high of 9.1% all the way down to 6%. So for the month of March, we do expect about 5.2%. But when you do look at Trueflation, and I talked about this in my video yesterday, they're saying this is the actual data. There's a lot of different data points where they do pull this data from, where people are saying that the government data is all manipulated and it's whatever they want to have. But look at this, 4.31%, they say is the true inflation data. So, wow, if we look at tomorrow and it's expected, I still think the markets are all going to pump. But if it's anything below that, we could see that massive pump that I was telling you about for this key fib level to about 36,000. I wouldn't be surprised we saw a massive wick or pump up to it before it kind of retraces maybe back down to like that 30,000 range before going sideways. So that's kind of what I personally am looking at, not financial advice. Do your own research. I'm just some guy on the internet. But again, Trueflation right here, according to this data, 4.31%. They're saying it's going to be 5.2% tomorrow is the expectation. You never know, so keep an eye on that. And then last but not least, the second big thing that is going to be happening today is the ETH Shanghai client and the Capella protocol updates. So there's lots of different things going out there, and I don't really follow Ethereum too crazy. I'm not a big fan of it. The high gas fees. I think there's other blockchains out there that are a lot better than Ethereum, in my opinion. But a lot of people are essentially saying that this ETH upgrade isn't really going to move Ethereum or the market in general. Essentially, according to this thread right here, that validators can withdraw staked funds thanks to the Shanghai and Capella updates. So basically, people, I do believe, since around maybe 2020 when they had it locked up, they had no idea how long it was going to be locked up. But that's a long time. It's been over 3 years or so. Now these people can now withdraw. But don't expect any major price changes in the short term. So why won't the upgrade affect Ethereum's price? For starters, validators can already sell staked funds via staked ETH. Additionally, withdrawal is slow. The queue process is just 1,125 to 2,200 validators per day. So in conclusion, today's Ethereum upgrade is a big deal. It won't necessarily shake up the market. This is kind of like the next step of that transition from Ethereum going from proof of work to proof of stake. The slow validator withdrawal process and existing means of selling staked funds mean any price changes will likely be gradual. So it's not going to all happen in one day. It could happen over the course of a week, 2 weeks. So the price for Ethereum really isn't going to be affected, and the total market for those upgrades today. So again, guys, that's going to do it for me. Really appreciate all the love and support. If you guys don't mind, smash that thumbs up button on your way in. Consider subscribing if you aren't. Turn the bell notifications. You guys notified as soon as I upload a video. Go give me a follow on Twitter at crypto_airborne, where I do have my latest and greatest updates and real-time tweets. And I just can't wait to see what's going to happen to the markets this morning and this afternoon, depending on when you guys watch this video. So it's going to be a pretty crazy day, even for the rest of the week, for Thursday and Friday, all the other economic data that we have coming out. And I'm curious to know, what do you guys think what's going to happen? I talked about this yesterday in my video. Just leave a comment down below. And hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great morning, a good afternoon, or a good night, wherever you guys are in the world. And please stay safe out there. Crypto Airborne out. Have a good one, everybody.